All right. Good morning. Good morning. I'm going to be doing both 13 and 14 together just because there wasn't much to talk about yesterday. Um, but I felt like I could put it together. So, like I said, today was day 14 of 75 hard. Um, let's get into it. The next 10 or 20 pages. Um, like I said, there wasn't really much. So there was about requests. So this is outsourcing. He talks about outsourcing and what to give your assistant. So these are just some of the stuff that stood out that people would ask their assistant. So they would actually ask their assistants to help them get a job. So this is one of them. Getting a job for a person who lost his job due to outsourcing a year back. We did the job research, did the cover letters, and did the resume tuning, and got the client a job in 30 days. Find a parking slot for your car in some other city even before you make the trip. That's another request. Get an authenticated weather forecast and weather report for a particular time in a particular place on a particular day 5 years ago. This was used to support evidence for a lawsuit. So that's insane. You could pretty much, if you get a VA, a virtual assistant, a good virtual assistant, they could do a lot. Like that last one where they found exact weather forecast for the exact day at the exact time that it even helped for a lawsuit, as evidence for a lawsuit. That's pretty insane. That was one of the stuff from yesterday. Um, and let's see. Another thing is, they go into should you get a virtual assistant that's just one person or that has the backup of a team? It kind of goes into in the world of IT, the term redundancy is used as a selling point for systems that continue to function in there. If there is a malfunction or mechanical failure in any given part, in the context of VA's redundancy entails having fall backup support. So he kind of goes into this doesn't happen often, but it could happen. But let's say you have a VA virtual assistant, and of course, people get sick, right? People get sick, or something happens, a family member dies, and they need to take time off. What happens to you? You're kind of stuck with no virtual assistant for a few days. So this is why he kind of um he he's he kind of lets us know, hey, if you're gonna get a virtual assistant, make sure they have a team or something that backs them up. Get it from a big agency so that if it does come to that, to where they get sick and you'd still need a virtual assistant, they could kind of put the work off, push the work down to somebody else so that you don't get stuck with nobody. And they usually have a group structure that provides a pool of talent that allows you to assign multiple tasks without bothering to find a new person with the qualification. So that's another reason why you should get an agency instead of just one person. Because let's say you ask that person to do a task that they don't know how to do, they could outsource it to somebody in their team and they will do it, which is pretty genius. Um, it kind of goes into also never pay with debit cards, always pay with credit cards because it's easier to get your money back with the credit card than it is with debit. Especially with like American Express, you could just say, "Hey, this was something that I didn't buy," and they would just take it out um, that easily. So the credit card is the bank's money, not your money. Um, he also kind of goes into he gets asked, so what would be a good email to send your VA so that they can do the task that you asked them to complete efficiently, or how could you ask them the best way so that you don't have to do emails back and forth? Um, he basically just says you gotta make it short, sweet, and to the point. Clear writing, and therefore clear commands come from clear thinking. Think simple. Especially remember you're outsourcing to people out in India and people on the other side of the world that maybe have a language barrier. Mm, Here, just to kind of show you guys what he showed us here. So he basically put, so dear Somya, thank you. I would like to start with the following task. I need to find the names and emails of editors of men's magazines in the U.S. For example, Maxim Stuff, GQ, Esquire, Bland, etc., who also have written books. An example of such a person would be A.G. Jacobs, who is editor at large of Esquire. I already have his information and need more like him. Can you do this? If not, please advise. Please reply and confirm that you were plan to do to complete this task. Since I'm in a rush, I get started after Nick's email. Stop 3 hours and tell me what results you have. Please begin this task now if possible. The length for these 3 hours, the reported results is an end of day ET Monday. Thank you for your fastest reply, Tim. To just kind of let them know, hey, this is the task, this is how much time you have. This is an example of what I want. Thank you. See you then, or whatever. Yeah, right. You gave them an example, gave them a task, gave them an example, and gave them a deadline. Easy to the point and clear so they could understand. He also has a chart here. So like who do I outsource, right? How do I out what tasks do I outsource? I don't know if you guys can see. You can't see. Damn it. But basically, if you get presented with an activity, find out if you would will you enjoy this. If it's yes, add it to your calendar or action list. Let's say presented with an activity, will you enjoy this? Say you won't. Is it income generating? If you say yes, then you ask yourself, can it be outsourced? If it cannot be outsourced, you add it to your calendar list. If it could be outsourced, then you request assistant. But let's say it's not generating income, it goes down to the next one, which is obligation. Is this an obligation you need to do? If it's a yes, then you ask yourself, can it be outsourced? If it could be outsourced, you give it to your VA. If it can't, then you add it to your list. And if none of these are a yes, then you just kind of eliminate that task. It's pretty up straight to the point. I liked it. Um, so this whole page right here, next one, kind of opened up my mind. So there's a lot of ways to get an assistant, and it even tells you like the price range. I'm not sure if it's still around the same since time has passed. But so for you can get a VA from US and Canada at $20 per hour or more. North American International, $4 per hour or a little bit more. India, you could get it at this is I believe a full on team of $20 to $60 per month for 24/7 concierge. Damn, $20 to $60 per month. It's like a dollar, not even a dollar per day. India, damn, $20 to $60 per month for 24/7 concierge. I kind of skimmed over that. There's a $20 to $60 like per hour. But no, this is per month. Damn. Um, But yeah, you could get a VA for $20 to $60 per month. That's crazy. Um, and he also kind of goes into full on groups. So you could get a full group for $15 per hour or more, $12 per hour, 6.98 per hour uh, for a dedicated virtual assistant based in Mumbai, available via phone, email from you. 6.25 an hour plus. They both handle they could do business and personal tasks and can work with you in real time. It's pretty insane how easy you could get one of these VAs. But he does note that VAs after he sent out this book, there have been some complications of lower quality and up to 4 week wait list to become a client. So up to 4 weeks, so to keep that in mind if you guys get this book, look at those links and go and try to get a VA. It could take some time. Mm, he also kind of goes into if you're getting a VA and to basically don't he basically goes to do not limit yourself. Do not just make them do easy tasks. Like also try to give them tough tasks to see how far they could go. He's basically saying use them. They're there to be a tool. Damn, that sounds terrible. Um, they're there to help you. Allow them to help you with some of the bigger stuff as well. I mean that's their job, right? Uh, and then last but not least, the criticism sandwich, which is basically you you didn't like something somebody did, but they're a great person. They're usually always great. You just go with like, hey, that one stuff you did was amazing, but I feel like you could be better, or like don't even say that. But usually it's a little bit less complicated to understand. But I really liked how fast and easy you did it. Give them a little criticism, and then you end it with something good. So you give them something good, you criticize them, and then you leave. So that's why it's called a criticism sandwich because you kind of um, soften the blow by doing it like that. Uh, but yeah, guys, that was days 13 and 14 of 75 hard. I did back day, so it was back day. Today, I think I'm gonna do a little bit more back in tries, I believe, from the schedule that I received from a trainer. But yeah, should be should be a good day. Remember, guys, be patient. Success takes time. Hope you guys are enjoying.